Hey guys, TheNuttyBuckeye back. I've got another review for you today. This one's an oldie, but in my opinion a goodie. I love Bloodshot. He's one of my favorite comic book characters ever since he came out back when I was in high school. I am so glad that the new Valiant comics have been back out and that the Bloodshot movie got made. In my opinion, I do wish they could have possibly somehow kept Jason David Franks as the character like they did in the Bat in the Sun productions for Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. I thought that would have been awesome. Vin Diesel did a decent job, but this action figure is Todd McFarlane's version of Bloodshot with the featuring Vin Diesel from the Bloodshot movie. Let's get him out of his plastic prison and take a look at this figure. All right. Thanks for joining me today. Well, here he is outside of his cardboard box, plastic prison. Vin Diesel himself, gussied up all as the super soldier Bloodshot. The nanite-controlled computer bots that are inside of his body that help him get back to life when he gets blown up or heal him, like his super soldier serum kind of a thing, is all these computer nanites that make up his body. That is why his skin is white and his eyeballs are red. Other than that, he's just geared up like your typical merc. He's got some body armor on him and all that. He does suffer from invisible lat syndrome. I can't put my arms down. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Everything that comes with him, as you see here, he's got a cool standard McFarlane base. It does help the model when they're putting on a display by chance. This one's kind of cool. It shouts out Bloodshot with the movie logo on it. He's got one big blasting gun. It looks like nothing I've ever seen before, so I'm assuming it is a fictional gun made up by the toy designers. He's got a choppa, a gigantic, looks like, I don't even know what, I mean, it's, I guess the closest thing you'd call it is a Bowie knife, but this thing is a beast. It's practically a short sword. I've got action figures that are smaller than this. And then lastly, we've got two identical pistols that conveniently have holsters on his thighs that they can go in for him to carry around. They do not have the barrels drilled out, so I'm going to have to do that so I can put blast effects in it if I want to, but that'll be done at a different time. And those are the accessories that come with Bloodshot. So let's get into how the character actually moves and his articulation. We've got his arms, and in typical McFarlane fashion, they've got butterflies. As you can see, he hits the T-pose nicely. When you go through the arm, it goes all the way around, 360 degrees. He's got a double-jointed elbow, just like some of the other videos, just good enough for him to get up there and to dig for any gold that might be up there. His wrist is on a ball joint, spins around, goes up and down. He has got no bicep. Oh, no, he does have a bicep swivel. That is perfectly hidden there by the snug t-shirt line on his bicep. I was just thinking that was hidden by, or that was paint on one of Diesel's guns there, Big Diesel himself. And then the character's vision going backwards. That's how far back he can look. And then when he's looking forward, that's how far down he can look. And the neck gives him some good movement. It can go side to side, all the way around. Then he's got full 360 spin movement on that. And it actually is a very good likeness of Vin Diesel. Even though I was hoping it'd be Jason David Frank in the movie, it is a good likeness of Diesel. So McFarlane's company did a great job with the likeness there. The arms look like they work exactly the same, just this wrist is out or up and down rather than side to side. Needs to heat that one up a little bit more. And then for his crunch powers, the power of crunchitude, he can try his hardest, but that is the weakest forward crunch I think I've ever seen. Let me see if I can get in there. No, it's got a little bit of a line here for the upper abs that's keeping him from leaning forward much further on his ab crunch. Then let's see how far backward he can go. Heard a pop in there, but it's not too bad. We're going backwards. And then on his legs, let's see how great he can do. If he can, oh, the holsters are impeding his complete cracker of the nuts for the Christmas dance. But other than that, that is a great split there. I mean, that's as good, if not better, than Jean-Claude Van Damme can do himself. And I think at the age difference, Diesel could take the man. Again, you see the legs have great armor and cool detail on them. And then for the leg articulation, double jointed knees. You can almost, yeah, I guess, ding, you can ding, kick his own white butt. And then you've got complete 360 at the ankle. That would just hurt bad if that was legit. I actually saw the moose for the Seattle Mariners wiped out on his rollerblades and did that once, and oh god, it looks so painful. But yes, the ankles completely spin around. He's got a rocker on the ankle there where it can pivot back and forth. He's got a toe hinge that goes that far up, and then when you want to put the ankles down or point the toes down, that's as far down as it goes. And that's as high up as it goes. Does he have no thigh articulation? It kind of rotates a little bit out, a little bit in at the ball joint holding the leg in itself, but no other than that thigh articulation. Well, that is this bad boy's articulation. Let me pause here a bit, put the weapons in the guy, and let's take a look at him before we say goodbye. How does that sound to everybody? All right. Well, just 1 second. Let me load him up. All right. Well, that is the Bloodshot from McFarlane, Todd McFarlane Toys, or McFarlane Toys. He's armed up, ready to go. I see he's got his machine gun in his hand. Trigger finger pull goes perfectly into the trigger slot. He's got his machete. I've got it going backwards there to hit anybody behind him. He was on his stand, but he doesn't really need it to stand. He's got a good base with his feet, and you can throw him on the diorama I've got here. I really like this figure. I mean, I'm a huge Bloodshot fan, so I am a little biased. And I'm actually also a big McFarlane fan. I like his figures. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't the biggest fan of McFarlane, but I think McFarlane Toys really, they've got great detail, really good articulation. I think sometimes the plastic can be a little soft and rubbery, but other than that, I think this fig in this model is brilliant. I do come across McFarlane figures I'm not too fond of occasionally, but as for this one, again, I think he's out of the park. Great figure. But thanks for joining me today and taking a bit of your time to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, give me a comment. Say something you either liked or didn't like about the video. Let me know if you know who Bloodshot is, if you even like the character. Let me know what you think of McFarlane's sculpt here. I think this one's a great one. And other than that, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, it's a huge help to me. I'd love to see if you wouldn't mind taking some time and subscribe and give me a bit of a chance. Follow me for a while. Other than that, when you're feeling down, definitely don't turn to the darkness. Turn to the light. There are people out there that care about you. Nutty Buckeye out. Peace.